Okay, everybody, well, welcome to the Scooter Cannonball Run trip around the country for us. It is Thursday, July 1st, very late in the day, 6-something at night. We got out of the Houston area, still getting out of the Houston area, very late. I tried to record a little exit from my driveway neighborhood area, but I think the camera geeked out because when I went to turn it off, it turned itself on, so that tells me it wasn't recording. So anyway, I don't know if I'm repeating anything, but we are cooking along on our little Honda Cubs. We recorded the mileage. I was at 4,900 and change, or 4,800 and change, so we got about 70 miles, 60 miles into our trip already, or close to that. And we're estimating about 9,300 miles around the country in a big triangle. So we're headed over to meet our buddy Neil in northern Louisiana somewhere, maybe southern Missouri, well, Mississippi, Missouri, whatever the hell that state is. And if we can make it that far tonight, we don't know. And then from there, we are headed up to Gainesville, Georgia. We need to be there by Friday night if we can do it. Otherwise, Saturday morning, you know, afternoon, whatever. So I shut the camera down for the ride through the bowels of Houston here. We spent about an hour and a half in just stop and go nonsense, trying to get away from all the red lights and traffic. But the trailers are doing well. They do handle a little slower, a little more pokey with all the weight on the back. The Cubs are doing okay though. There's another car coming, Adrian. 2 more. We got it. So we got our lighting all set up. I was talking about Burgess Specialty Fabrication there in Houston. Really did a great job for me. I'll get a close-up of the lighting plates again on the next stop, but it's an 1/8" aluminum plate that was bent to go as a saddle mount over the rear shock bolt, and it gives a vertical surface where I could mount the add more light bar for our tail lights and turn signals. And I put these emergency warning strobes on the back as well, because we're definitely going to be one of the slowest things on the road. So we've got the I'm slow, don't hit me button right here, and we turn that on and people can see us from way back. I'm going to get over, Adrian. We got a fast car behind us. So anyway, we're just still trying to get out of the Houston area. We're headed toward Baytown. Funny enough, the trip that we're taking here, this route, is my exact route that I took on my CT-125 for my first ride home from the dealer out here in Baytown. So we're taking old 90, and we're just going to continue on into Louisiana. So I will catch up with you on the road. Okay, so Adrian and I stopped off for a quick bite at Sonic, and I was mainly thirsty. We're sweating so much today, I was just dried out. So we had a couple of big drinks. We had burgers and some onion rings, and then stopped next door at an Exxon to fill up. And I'm going to be tracking the fuel economy on the Cub throughout this trip, 9,000 plus miles, to see kind of how it does over time and as a delta or a difference, how it used to be versus now towing a trailer behind it, to see if it's any worse, and if so, how much. I'm sure it's going to be worse, I just don't know by how much. I filled up full tank on this, 3.5 gallons in the 2 jerry cans that I'm hauling on the side of this, the Rotopax containers, 1.75 gallons each. Adrian up in front of me there has his 2.5 or 2 gallon and change in his no spill, or whatever they call those gas cans that you just push the lever on them instead of getting your hands all messy. So we've got plenty of range. We can get all the way across Louisiana tonight if we wanted to, but I think we're going to be camping up, trying to meet a buddy of ours, Neil. He's going to leave when he hears we've crossed the Louisiana state line, and meet us at a spot kind of hour or two from his house. So if we do that, it's going to be close to midnight, but it's nothing new to us. We do that all the time. Try to get out early, and what do? We end up arriving at camp at midnight. Yeah, par for the course. Anyway, here's the road. Nothing but straight and boring and no fun until we get on up toward Natchez, Mississippi, and some of that area. So I will catch up with you all maybe later tonight when we make camp. Adrian and I are just commenting on this beautiful sunset. It's really gorgeous. Probably a little bit of rain ahead of this. Don't know. We'll see. Gorgeous though. Look at that. Very pink. Yeah, I'm pretty much pinned open now. I've got maybe 10%. Uphill and against the wind. I think we're going to be doing a lot of third gear runs on this trip. Second gear a lot of the time in the mountains, I would imagine. Looks like we're headed right over into this weather. If I had more time to prep the bike before the trip, I was going to put my Garmin Zumo XT on here, the big one that I got, but I had to change out the mount and the power cord and all that stuff to make it work. So the reason I was going to do the Zumo is it's a bigger display, easier to read, and it's got live weather and all kinds of stuff on it. It's pretty cool. Whoa, that was a big lightning strike. Yeah, we've probably got a few more miles, but we're going to end up doing it, no, for sure. Looks like we're driving right into it. Do you feel like those foam grips are making any difference for you? Yeah, I just like the bigger grip surface. It's more comfortable over time. They might help the vibration a little bit, I don't know, but they're just beefier to hang on to. Tell you what, why don't you turn off your flasher? I've got mine on in the back because I'm bringing up the tail. The thing's starting to dazzle my eyes. Yeah, that's better. At night, that thing is f***ing bright. Daytime, it's very, very visible. I was surprised, just following behind you. It's very visible in daylight. At night, it's holy shit. It's up to you. I mean, your night vision is probably a lot better than mine, so I don't know. You call. If my driving lights are blinding you back here, I can turn them down. Okay. Yeah, the lights on this thing are pretty f***ing good. It's amazing for just little 5-watt lights how much light they put out. Because I'm going to turn mine off. Watch the difference. Oop. There. So I'll wait till the next corner when you can kind of see through the corner. And there's my lights. You see them? Crazy. It's a pain in the ass to put them on here, though, I'll tell you that. Everything is so tight. I had to cut all the lengths custom and finagle all kinds of bullshit just to get them to fit. I need to look. That asshole will turn his brights off. I'm half tank right now. 3 bars. Where are you? How many bars do you have? 2? Okay. Yeah, it would behoove us to not stop on the side of the road to put fuel in these things, so. At night. Yeah, at night, so. Yeah, just somewhere safe to pull off. Sure. Okay. Should be about time to get fuel. I don't know how far you are, but I would think that we got about 30 miles or so left. I just went down to 2 bars, so that's easily 40 miles, I think. Okay, well, happy Friday morning to you all. It's July 2nd, and we're headed out of our campsite, and I can't remember the name. It's a something in Louisiana, northern Louisiana area, and we camped up here last night to meet up with Neil. He's going to ride with us for a little bit this morning, give us a send-off. We're going to get up to part of the Natchez Trace and start heading that direction, and he'll peel off eventually somewhere. And yeah, anyway, so we camped up over here. Very humid. There's a river right over here. Slept okay, only because we were so tired we had no choice. It's just like, I don't care. We're done. We got in here about 2 a.m., almost 2:30 in the morning, because this gravel road leading in here is really deep, big, chunky gravel, and the tiny little tires on the Cub just dig in like pizza cutters, like plow wheels. So we had to take about 45 minutes to get in here, and I'm sure it's going to take us about 45 minutes to get out. It's about a 6-mile stretch of really deep sand and deep gravel, so not ideal for these skinny little street tires. But we managed to keep it upright the whole ride in until we got here, and then Adrian was turning his bike around, and there was a low spot like a V over here, and he went to put his foot down, and the bike got leaned too far, and once the momentum of the trailer took over, the whole thing just went bloop. Took a nap. So no damage to his bike, luckily. It's just annoying. So anyway, we're going to get the hell out of here and get on the road. We got a lot of miles to cover. We're going to try, hopefully, to get all the way to Gainesville, Georgia today. It's 509 miles, taking the back roads from where we are to there. So it's going to be a long day, but we're going to be doing this kind of days on the Cannonball. So this is a good butt thermometer, you know, get us accustomed to what we're going to be looking at on the Cannonball for a couple of those days. So anyway, this is that. Okay, well, the comms are dead. Mine didn't charge last night because I can't find my charging cables. My daughter was helping me pack. So we're in this stuff, working our way out of here. It's only 2.3 miles, 2.5 miles from where we were out this direction. It was over 5 miles in coming the other direction, so we're taking the shorter route out of here. This gravel is somewhat packed here compared to the stuff we were on last night, but I have no doubt that it's going to change for the worse in just a minute. Don't mean to be the pessimist, but oh man, these little skinny street tires on the Cub, it's like riding on snot. It's a plow wheel. It digs in and then starts carving 45 degrees. You just can't keep it going straight. It's always going one side or the other, and if you don't correct it right as it starts to go the other direction, it ends up in a 45-degree plow, and good luck keeping it upright. I almost ate it 2 or 3 times last night, so did Adrian. We have the benefit of seeing it now, though. Last night it was just our high beams and good luck. Yeah. So now we're back in the shit. It's real deep, loose gravel. Get up to about 10 miles an hour, and the front end just starts washing, going to one side or the other. It won't track straight. It's real deep. It's like 3 inches deep of this crushed gravel. There's no good base to it. It's just loose. It's marbles. Getting about 10 miles an hour for lucky most of the time. Saying another 2 miles of this, 2.5 miles. So we traded 5 miles of a known bad road for unknown number of miles of an unknown road. Goody. I would like to get us out of this and onto pavement. It doesn't tell me how far this is. It just says 2.5 miles, and then we turn on Diversion Canal Road. Okay. I would like a diversion from this, thank you. Oh, back to what I was saying. Hey, Snake. Back to what I was saying about Neil's S-Max. It's got chunkier tires. They're 120, 130 millimeters wide, whatever. They're smaller diameter than ours. They're, I want to say, 13s. But that wider cross-section allows them to float over this stuff a little bit better and not dig in as much. All I know is I'm not having fun, and it's another 1.3 miles. Oh, it's deep, it's deep, oh, it's deep. I'm leaving a dry roost behind me in this, see my cuts in the gravel. 2 inches, 3 inches deep, just plowing through this stuff. Suck. Pure bag of suck. Come on now. Quit wagging, you fucker. Oh, oh, oh. Real deep. Oh, yeah, this is 4 inches deep here. Oh, yeah, plowing diagonal. I'm going to give my hands a rest. My carpal tunnel is screaming. I can't feel my fingers. Okay, we found our first pavement on this road. It's our first pavement so far. Yeah, I know. My hands are so numb. My shoulders and back are okay, but my hands are totally shot. We've got 0.1 mile, and we're on another road, so it's just right up here. I don't know if it's still gravel. You getting coverage?
There may be a road up here on the canal road.
Yeah, that's what it's having us turn on. Back to complete shit. 400 feet. Don't get squirrely. Oh, 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 it's deep. The front end just does not go where you're pointing it. It's got its own ideas on where to go. And okay, we have a street sign here. Is it pavement? No. It's better gravel. This is much better gravel. Yeah, and then we got a highway. We got 6 miles of this, and then we're on a highway, Highway 28. Woo! This looks like better quality, so. Yeah, this is a much better quality road, but I'm still going for the middle. Oh, yeah, this trailer's all over the place. Oh. Maybe I should have left the knobby on the trailer, because it feels like the one that's really pushing me around side to side. That smooth street tire I've got on there. I put a Michelin Pilot on it. Oh, shit. Tail wag. Tail wag. Oh, man, that's 3 inches deep. Ugh. It seems to be washing side to side, and I can feel it pushing the front of the bike the other direction. It's not like riding on sand. Sand, you want to get up to a planing speed where you're actually skipping over the sand instead of digging into it. This is a little different because these narrow tires dig in and go a different direction randomly, so if you're going too fast, it's just going to wash and fold the front right under you, like right here. Oh, yep, tried to right there. The front wheel starts plowing, and then once you start getting understeer, it's just going to down you. This sucks. And every steering input you give has a delayed rubber band effect back at the trailer. Got grit in my teeth from all the cars and trucks passing us, stirring up all the silt on this gravel road. We survived it. We got out of it. Managed to stay up right through the whole thing, barely. There were 2 or 3. I had full-on tank slapper tail wags from this trailer. It got interesting for a minute, but that was another 10 or 15 miles, I think. Close to that. Over 10, a little less than 15 somewhere. Of very crazily graded gravel. It's everything from sand to giant chunky to you know what. So we're going to go on into Natchez now and have some lunch. And Neil will probably peel off there, but we'll see. Okay, so we're back on pavement now. God, I've never been so happy to see blacktop. On a dirt bike, no problem. On a SuperCub with narrow, skinny street tires, no, not fun. Gravel and sand, no fun. So we're headed into Natchez. We're going to get some food, and then I guess Neil will probably split off, we're not sure. And I don't know, he might ride part of the trace with us, and this is his first time out on that scoot, so he's still shaking things down. He doesn't have all of his tools and all of his stuff with him, so he doesn't want to go too far. So here's full tilt. I am 100% throttle. We're just barely pulling through 50. Of course, we're going into the wind here. The trailer pulls fine as long as you're going in a straight line and you're not getting jockeyed side to side. It doesn't rubber band you too badly. Last night we were getting 55, 56 on the flats with no headwind. Downhill we were getting 60, but uphill or against the wind, man, it's really slowing us down. So just pin it open, set the cruise control, let it run. Last night for a long, steady run, probably 90% throttle, almost 100% throttle, I got 103 miles to the gallon. 103.7 is what I calculated. So, even pulling the trailer, it's still getting triple digits, but the top speed has dropped down by about 10 miles an hour. And I don't know if that's due to the trailer or the exhaust or both. And it looks like we might need to suit up because I saw lightning in those clouds ahead of us just a second ago. Yeah, it might be time to suit up here in a minute. Some pretty steady rain now. Okay, well, a motorcycle trip isn't a motorcycle trip without some rain. Here's our rain. We just stopped at a filling station back there to grab water and refueled the bikes with our gas. I think Adrian went ahead and topped off his jerry can, but I'm still working out of my 3.5 gallons that I got yesterday. Put on the rain gear and get out here and play in the water. Neil is behind us on the S-Max, and he didn't bring any rain gear. So he's just going to be wet. We're going to come up here to a restaurant that he knows in Natchez, Mississippi, and I guess it's Mississippi. Where the hell are we? Yeah, Natchez, whatever Natchez is. And eat, but he's probably going to be so wet. We'll see. Pretty good little rainstorm here. telling me to get the camera and get pictures shit. Cool bridge. Big old river. Mississippi. Welcome to Mississippi. Okay, it's lunchtime. Yeah, we got a little wet. So where are we at? I don't know what this is, but I'll look at the name of it. Hey, heavy. So where are we? Pig Out Inn. All right, barbecue. Hell yeah, man. Get some barbecue. Okay, time to go inside, dry off a little bit, eat some food. Maybe by the time we come out, the rain will have burned off a little bit. We'll see. Discussing whether we need fuel or not. I should probably fill up my tanks eventually. I still have about, I think, a gallon left in my left-hand jerry can. About a little over half tank on this one. So how many do we have? 3? Yeah, 3 wrapped up in it. I don't know what happened. Can't figure out who hit who. 3. There's 2 cars and a truck. I don't know. I'm not sure how that happened. I'm gonna record for the camera here for a second because I've finally got a battery in there. Okay, everybody, welcome back to our Friday in progress. I got a little bit recorded earlier this morning. We got rained out for quite a while. It was kind of a soggy day, but now it is cleared up, and Adrian and I are riding the Natchez Trace, pretty much from the southernmost end of it. I'll throw up on the screen here where we entered the trace, but I think we were all the way down at the south end of it, and we were just marveling to ourselves how wonderful this road is. It is just absolutely magnificent for small bikes like this, because the speed limit's 50 miles an hour. You get a few cars that are impatient and they're running through here 60, 65 plus, but for the most part, we could count the number of cars that have been behind us or past us on 2 hands. That's it. So, you know, maybe 9 or 10 cars total in the several hours we've been out here. We're, I don't know how far down right now, probably 185 miles on the trace. So I'll look for the next little wooden post on the side of the road. But, it's just beautiful out here. We had a couple of little rain showers, but it's blown out. The temperature right now is mid-70s, a little bit humid, but just with the riding jacket on, it feels fantastic. We have 182, so we're at marker 182 headed northeast, and we're just going to take this all the way up until it runs out, and then we'll be pretty close to Gainesville, Georgia, where we're hoping to be. But we're not going to make it there tonight, I don't think. Our ETA in there would be 2 or 3 in the morning, and we're not going to do that. We're going to get some sleep tonight. So we're looking for a campsite up here on the northern end of the trace that somebody told us about, said it's a really good spot. So free camping. So we'll just keep rolling until we find it and pull in and toss our tents out. Sleep on free land again. So anyway, here's the road. It's getting a little dark, so the camera might not pick it all up, but it's just gorgeous out there. Clearing here. Yeah, a little better. Look at that. Angle the camera over there and watch where I'm going. Look at that. That's beautiful. There's got a car behind me, probably wondering why I'm weaving all over the road. I can't believe all this is mowed. It's all freshly mowed too. Like hundreds of miles of this mowed. How do you do that? That sounds like turning the camera that way and driving this one. Trying to look out of the side of my visor. They go across the road in front of you? I didn't see it. Deer, oh deer. And of course this guy comes flying up behind me. Yeah, there's going to be more wildlife out here on this, so better find a spot to camp up or get off of this.